This is Stick Click branded Gaffers tape. This is the black Gaffers tape. It's a 2-pack. They are 2 inches wide by 30 yards long. These 2 rolls were sent to me to review for free. If you wanted to purchase them, they would cost you $18.99. So it's just a little under $10 a roll. And as you may see, that is more expensive than duct tape. So inside the outer packaging, each individual roll has its own plastic protective coating here. So the edges of the tape are a little bit tacky, and so that protective plastic goes around the edges and it will keep multiple rolls from sticking to each other. Okay. This protective plastic was stuck pretty well to the sides of the roll, but I did get it all off. Alright, so this is a cloth tape, and it is specifically made to tear easily. It sticks pretty well, especially to itself, and it won't leave tape residue on items. So, if you stick something to something else, it won't leave tape residue. Now here, this is silicone, and it's, adhering to it a little bit, but you can peel it off very easily. Now, if you go to wood, this sticks a little better to the wood, but it does come off relatively easily. Now, if you stick it to itself, it's pretty strong there. And if you leave it for a little bit of time, it gets stronger. So if you stick this to itself for any amount of time, it's basically going to be almost impossible to get that off. So you're basically, at that point, you're just ripping it. So a lot of times what you'll do is you'll wrap this around something and stick it to itself. It sticks to itself extremely well, but it won't be leaving tape residue on whatever you're dealing with. Let's say you need this extension cord to stay here. Boom. That extension cord isn't moving until you want it to move. Now, this stuff here will remove from surfaces relatively easily, especially if it hasn't been on there for very long. You can see here it's sticking to the extension cord a little better than the wood. And there you're off. So this is typically used in movie productions, places where they're taping cords down to keep people from tripping over them, or just taping cords to a set or whatever, where they know they're going to be taking them off again. Basically, I like using it any place that it's not going to be permanent. So if you're trying to mount something permanently, you might be using electrical tape or even duct tape. But if you're just trying to hold something somewhere for a while, Gaffer's tape is the way to go. It's a lot easier to remove, and it doesn't leave any residue around. So I'm a big fan of Gaffer's tape for a lot of applications that are temporary applications. So this particular tape here is quite strong. The cloth backing is very strong. The adhesive is quite good here. I think the very first roll that I unrolled was not quite as sticky, but now that I'm getting down to kind of the second loop of tape, the adhesive is getting even stickier. So when I'm sticking it to itself here and then just pulling it apart like that, I can do it because I only stuck it down here just a little while ago, but you can see it's taking quite a bit of effort, and if I try to do it really fast, it might even rip the tape there. So this Gaffer's tape is behaving very much like other Gaffer's tape I've used in the past. So I think this is perfectly acceptable as Gaffer's tape goes. It's just a matter of, do you need that particular functionality for that particular price?